Let's go.
There was really nothing to do in Ohio. I always remember like us just like having fun with like whatever it was, and we were always like bored, trying to find like fun little things to do. We kind of just made do with like whatever we could, I guess.
If it rolled, we had it. 2 basketball hoops, we had 2 trampolines, bikes, footballs.
It's like a movie. It is like a movie. I don't like the beginning, even the sounds. If you hear the sounds, it's amazing. It's beautiful. It's like a movie. Starting with it's literally like a this could be a feature film in the movies. So I have a lot of respect. I think Logan is involved in the editing of the project, but it's really good, and he brought all his sides in the beginning in there. I'm always a little like, when I see the Japan thing, I'm still a little like, oh my god, but yeah, it's amazing. And he shows now his child. You get like, it's made, you gotta always think this is made for a reaction from the audience. He knows millions of people watch this, so obviously the first 1 minute 57 seconds is really made for you to like him, which he achieved by showing everything of him, and now him growing up with the camera, which is like a story in itself. I think one day you can make a movie about Logan and Jake and how they started out as brothers in Ohio, started with a video camera, with Vine. It's really a movie story. You gotta give its respect, you know? Like, I appreciate people who go out in the world and create their own content and create their own life. They really created something that nobody ever has done before in that way, and I appreciate that. I think it's amazing, and they show people the way, they inspire people. Yeah, they make mistakes along the way, and I'm not agreeing with some of the things they do, which I don't have to because they live their own life. But this is very inspiring, from them being like these kids with a video camera to what they became. So let's go.
Balls, ropes to climb.
Go Logan! Go Logan!
That's cute. That's cute.
It was good. We had a lot of fun.
I remember them just fooling around with the camera, like going to the park.
You know, you always see his side a lot of times of like, I think his name is Greg the Dad, where people like think he's crazy, and like he does a lot of like, yeah, he's a very like sometimes stern and innocent person, but there's so many different sides of people, and you can see that he's also, of course, a loving dad.
And I was happy that they were doing that and not, I don't know, getting into other trouble.
I like Pam. She's like my favorite of the family. I think she has, I don't want to say my favorite, but she has really warm heart, and you can tell like she's the one of the family, I feel like, who balances everyone out.
So many fights like out here in Hollywood, like just because I felt like he was so selfish. We started in Los Angeles together and kind of like grew apart because all he cared about.
That's weird. That's still like in my stomach that like Logan, after Jake broke up with Melissa, I think is her name, Alyssa, that he hooked up with. Bro, that's crazy. Literally, I have a brother, and none of us would ever think, like, that's fucking crazy of doing that. That shows the not compassion towards your own brother. That's crazy. I mean, it's in the past now. It's been years, they're good, but bro, that's literally fucked up. There's nothing to say about that. There's no excuse. That's ugh. And I would understand if you were like in love with that girl, but a little bit, but like you just want to hit that, like that's showing, yeah, selfish and like not compassion and not a lot of love for your own brother at that time. I mean, love is done by action, so I don't know if that's love. You know?
Like growing his brand.
I was impressed with their self-esteem because they were willing to take risks that other people weren't. You think you become such a big shot that you think you're above the law and you do the next 7 or 8 things that are just completely unacceptable.
Let me just fix this camera. God, this is not. Can this stay close? Okay. Because I figured out that the lower left part is okay. Let's start.
Excuse me?
Oh my god, I can't even. I don't even want to look at that shit. Fucking.
The backlash against the social media star who posted video of an apparent suicide victim is intensifying.
The video viewed over 6 million times in just 24 hours.
And the backlash was massive. People and creators of all sizes denouncing Logan Paul and this video. So many people sharing stories of people they lost due to suicide and some specifically hanging.
But he insists that he only did it to raise awareness about suicide prevention.
I think he's a complete and utter insensitive idiot. And
fucking sick little fucking freak. Do you know that? Do you know how empty you are inside? You've shown your true colours to everyone now, bitch. It is over for you.
I obviously, as a person, as a human being, I was frustrated and pissed off and offended. The idea that
I'm sorry, I'm gonna skip this. I'm gonna skip it until it's out because this is still, looking back at it, disgusting. Like, I remember when that video actually wasn't, before he deleted it, it was on my timeline. Clicked on it and I was like, this is real, okay, and I clicked out of it. Like, he's really going to, oh my god, he's really near the dead person. It's like, there you can see someone's low consciousness. Like, that's literally someone who has no empathy, or I don't want to say no empathy because that's too exaggerated, small amount of empathy. That is disgusting. And then he edited that video. Took some time, right? And he put that out. Really excited to say it's for suicide prevention. Disgusting liar. And what he, because of the backlash, there you can see someone's real character. He changed because of the backlash. That apologize video is prevention in that moment, for him to get further damage for his career. That is, if you change, right? A lot of people who don't have that do things in their life that not a lot of people, maybe we did some mistakes, but people didn't know about it, so we didn't get backlash. But if we change because we see, oh, we did something wrong, then that wasn't because of outside approval. Now, he said he changed, but you don't know if he changed because outside people bashing at him, and then he's like changed, you know, and then he's like reacting to the people outside instead of knowing morally inside without other people needing to bash you or tell you, which is not always right, because there's a situation where don't listen to the outside world. A lot of times, most of the time, don't listen to the outside world. Listen to yourself, you know? But in himself, there was nothing that said that that was not okay. And now that he got the backlash, he changed. But now you don't know if he changed, which I don't think he changed in that quick of a time when he apologized and made that documentary. I think it was because of the outside approval. And that's where you see someone with real character. They know what's right and what's wrong. And right or wrong, I don't like those things, but you know what I mean. It's like, you know in your heart, like, what hurts people and what's love, what's the intentions of love, and what's the intention of getting views and doing everything. You see how far someone went to get approval by people. This is how far someone went to film a oh my god, I can't even talk, I can't even say that. This is how far someone went for approval by the masses. That's a character weakness. Now, fast forward, the same dude, the good thing how he became famous was he didn't care what people think, right? That's a good trait too. That's a good trait. He made a lot of amazing entertainment. He made a lot of amazing vines where he jumped on the cashier and did like the Michael Phelps. Hilarious, creative, amazingly creative, beautiful. You deserve those millions of views. Did you hurt someone? You might have annoyed a little bit the cashier. Is it a big deal? No, it's not. This, fast forward to Impulsive, I see him being on the podcast and like, oh, because of my brand, he was like, I have to switch out all the people first, and then now he has these new people, and they also tell him, okay, this is how your brand, this is what you do, you gotta be careful, lawyers, this around him, and I see him being on eggshells and not expressing him completely anymore. He's still attached to outside approval. He's still attached to outside approval. He still has his identity attached to his brand, Maverick and whatever people around him, and that's why he doesn't make decisions of within himself, of his heart, of his inner being, of his soul. And that's the important thing, to make decisions in yourself. And if the whole world tells you you're wrong, you're still going to be like, fuck you, I know this is in me, this aligns with my heart, this aligns with my intentions, you know. Even telling him this is right or wrong, this is hard. This is hard for me to talk about it because it's not, it's something that for me would be, oh my god. But I never want to judge anyone right or wrong. It's hard for me in this case I think in this case it's just like someone who's so blinded by outside approval, and that he thinks that he needs a crazy shock factor to get views, and he thought that was a great idea. That's how blinded he was. So there's some compassion. There's compassion, because I try to put myself. I don't want to put myself in this guy's, but I see it a little bit what I think he did. So I'm gonna fast forward, but still today I see nothing. I see him changed from the empathy. I can see him being more empathetic, but I still see the outside approval, and he's still attached to, instead of, see, when I'll be impulsive, or when I do my things, I say it how I feel, I say it authentic, and I swear to God, if the whole world comes at me and be like, you're the worst person, but I know in my heart it's right, I'll be like, fuck you guys, I don't care if you don't give me brand deals, I don't care about that, I care about my own integrity. And they don't have that. They have, oh, I don't know if I can say that, okay, we can't say that, we can't be like David Dobrik because that's how you're not free, that's not how you're authentic, that's a weakness, I feel like. And I hope he learns to not care about that on some point, just for him, and to be a more also inspiring person, to inspire other people to be self-assured in themselves, you know? Like look at 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine is more self-assured in himself. Look, you can check out the last video I made where I talk about his character, and that's a person who says things and he doesn't care so much about the outside as much as someone else. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. I don't wanna see that shit. That's stupid as fuck. And it's kind of like it's a lot. We're jumping things, and it's almost like, in a way,
he felt, and like that's how it seemed like he felt.
2018 is weird for me.
Every day that the hate just kept on pouring in, it was like piled on top of each other, and I think it got worse and worse as time went on.
And I was scared, because I honestly thought it got to the point where like I would not be shocked if I woke up one day and somebody told me that, like, it was that low. Every minute of every day he's getting destroyed by the whole. Or like I would not be shocked if I woke up one day and somebody told me Logan was dead. Like, it was that low.
But why are you that low? Like, why are you that low? You low because the people don't like you anymore? See, that's approval thinking. I'm asking questions. I'm not saying I know. I don't say I know. Or are you low because you feel like you have regret? See, killing yourself is, if that's true, then think about your family around you, how you can go through it, and you went through it, and I'm glad you went through it. And now you have a boxing match coming up where you are inspiring people again. So I know you went through it. I don't know how these people here talking, I don't believe everything they say, you know? Right now I don't have a feeling I believe what they're saying. A lot of times they just try to now paint Logan in a certain way, you know? You guys gotta think that the videos that people put out, they put out to frame themselves too. Maybe with this video, with that, he wants to frame himself a certain way that he gets on zero, that people people forget, or like I don't know, maybe he wants to paint a certain picture of himself. Yeah, I don't want to judge him, but this right now, it doesn't feel authentic.
Every day he's getting destroyed by the whole entire world.
Oh, good thing I'm a weirdo and decided to save his fur. It's a good thing I'm a weirdo. Here's the first one. It's a good thing I'm a weirdo and decided to.
How would you feel if you were known around the world to make people laugh every single day, that was your goal. All you wanted to do is make people laugh. When people met me, they go, you're the funniest guy. You brought me through so many things. He's like, and that's what I held on to. That's what I pushed forward. I was known for making people laugh. And now, because one thing...
You can tell that when he just hit the wall, you could tell he went through a hard time. And there's actually a way, because that's stuck in him as an energy field, right? Just for you guys to let you know, if you feel these emotional pains, to deflect them, your brain tries to come up with ways out of it. So you might do like some damage control and put out a video where people see you in a better way, but that doesn't solve the emotional turbulence inside. How that, from my opinion, is solved is actually it didn't get a chance to come out because you suppressed it. So now if you just watch it, if you become the watcher of the emotion and you relax around it, actually if you listen to Michael Singer, Untethered Soul, or read that book, that's amazing. I practice that every day of my life, where, well, hopefully as many moments as I can. Maybe I ever forgot a day, but as of now I do it as many moments I can. If a feeling comes up, I relax around it and I feel it. If you feel it, if you give it space, if you watch it, it has a chance to flow out of you instead of you pressing it down again with your mind. Or that feeling can, because a lot of times most of the time people want to suppress those feelings and push them away, and they push them away. A lot of people push them away by drinking alcohol or overeating. That's why people, and they overeat and then they get even bigger, and then they get more insecure. They feel this feeling and they think they have to manipulate their feeling again, overeat again. So for you, the solution is, and it's a challenge, it's hard, but the feeling was stored with pain and it will come out with pain. So you have to be patient and watch the pain. And I swear to God, this pain, it will just flow through you, out of you, and you will be a more free person. Your energy will become more clear again and you will be happy for no reason. And that's a natural state. A lot of things that he did was getting approval, and he tried to get that happiness through achievements like 20 million subscribers, this, that. But our real happiness we get by watching those feelings, because that feelings accumulated since you were a child. By watching those feelings and let them flow through you, and watch them and relax around them, and see that you are not that feeling and you are not the thoughts. Because he judged himself too. He was like, oh, the whole world, we store those thoughts to impress the feelings down. But if you see that you are not your thoughts and you just watch around the thoughts and you let them be, the thoughts just want to go out. You just held on to them like a freeze. You freeze those thoughts and emotions. But if you let them be, and that's a challenging thing for most people, if you let them be, it becomes clear and you will cry, things will come out. It's like Michael Singer says, when someone drives in front of you and they drive so slow and you feel that feeling, if you just relax around the feeling, there's some people who actually start crying. And that's actually your energy clearing out. And yeah, and bringing flow. But if you make the flow, if you try to suppress, you bring a dam in it. And it's so hard, and on some point you explode. It's like putting a teapot and put something on the teapot and hot water, like on the stove, hot water, and there's no hot air, nothing can come out. On some point that pot's gonna explode, you know. So
I am the worst thing kids could ever look at.
But in real life, man, I am fucking struggling right now, because when I'm forced to do something and it's not coming from a place of truth within me, it makes me incredibly unhappy. And I'm just in a I'm in a rough spot, man.
I think he tremendously grew from that too, from his character. If he really felt those feelings and really let them flow through him, I think he lost some of that approval thinking too and became more of a whole person. All these things that I say is just my opinion, okay? I don't know Logan Paul, I don't know him personally. I react to this video as authentically. I don't have something against him, I don't have something for him. I just try to see the story that he presents us, and instead of people always believing everything, taking everything in, I let out what comes out, you know?
So here I am. It is my second time jumping solo, and I wanted to get my skydiving license to distract myself a little bit, take my mind off of all the negative energy that was happening in my life. And literally right off the bat, the worst possible thing happens in that my main parachute does not open. Sleeplessly embracing. After everything that just happened, now I literally am fighting for my life 10,000 feet in the air. If I don't take the necessary steps right now, I'm absolutely going to die. Hunger of the pine. Almost instinctually, I'm glad to say this, there was no panic. There was no moment of like, oh my God, what do I do? This is it, my life is about to end. I did the emergency procedures, I looked red, peel pull, grab silver, peel pull. My main chute cuts away, and thank God my reserve chute opened. But it all happened so fast.
I'm so happy that it opened. I'm so happy that it opened. That's a crazy story. That's crazy. When he said, I tried to distract myself from all the negative. That's what a lot of people do. They try to distract those emotions with skydiving, with extreme sports, with anything. That's healthier than like doing it with drugs. At the same time, he oppressed those feelings too, and like, but people don't know this, you know. You have to be really into self-improvement and spirituality, knowing that when feelings get stuck and they actually hit, it's what's called sanskaras. They hit those sanskaras. Those sanskaras are those painful experiences that you stored in your body, and energy hit it, and energy wants to go by, but a lot of times it can't, and that's when that painful feeling comes. But if you watch, because that sanskara was stored because you suppressed it, right? But if you watch it, and it's painful, it is painful, but it was stored with pain, it will come out with pain. If you watch it, if you relax around it, if you just relax, that's the crazy thing. People always think it has to be something really complicated. You have to just watch it, and nobody does it. Nobody does it because if you get triggered by a feeling, people react to feelings. People kill people because of feelings. People make crazy viral videos for feelings. People kill their ex-girlfriends for feelings. There's all kinds of crazy stuff that happens because of feelings. But if watch these sanskaras, if you watch them and relax around them, they release. You have an emotion. You a lot of times have an emotional release. You feel it. They will release. Just watch them. Be patient. Meditation helps a lot, and you will be a new person. And I had such crazy OCD. There were times when I had hard times to go through a whole day because I had hours and hours and hours of OCD. And by doing that now, it's amazing. I'm so glad that I feel so much better. Yeah.
In my mind, it meant I am not ready to die.
this fight, you had something planned. Is there anything you want to say to someone else?
Did he say, look at me now?
You said KSI! You said before this fight, you had something planned.
Beautiful storytelling. While he's jumping out the airplane, you see, I mean, that was probably not at the same time, you know, exact same time, it could be, but beautiful storytelling, beautiful storytelling. I mean, that's like a movie storytelling, you know, beautifully edited video.
Or anything you want to say to someone else?
Except, of course, the suicide stuff. That was a lot, I felt like, but this is really greatly done here.
Obviously, if man's got this belt right now, any YouTuber wants it, you can come get it. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, any other Paul, I don't care. Bring it.
Got him. Came here to close the deal? Let's close the deal, alright? Let's close the deal. Get a deal done, August 25th we fight. Yeah?
KSI versus Logan Paul, a boxing match is in the works.
This is going to be the biggest event in YouTube history, by far, possibly the biggest event on the internet ever.
Alright, I'm saying this now. Jake Paul is a pussy.
Jake Paul challenged Deji to a fight right on the spot.
You wanna fight me right now?
I fight you, you train however long you want, and Logan fights KSI. I am going to fight Deji. It's gonna be insane!
It's like I can't, like with Jake, you see it, it's so like fake. It's so fake, the presentation. Yeah, it's entertainment in a way, but it's kids entertainment. It's like those silly things that someone does. It's weird, it's not authenticity to me. You don't have to do all that stuff to entertain, but I guess he feels like he does.
My name is Milton LaCroix. Background in boxing, I've been doing it a long ass time. What makes me successful in what I'm doing is I break all the rules. I don't follow tradition. Everybody says box with your hands up, chin down. I threw all that out the window a long time ago. Here, head up. Ready? Yeah. So Shannon Briggs came and found me and said, I need to get my swag back. Since I had a different flavor of boxing, Shannon came, took him to like 2 world title shots. Some of them were champions. A lot of the guys who are trained as amateurs went on to do big things. Want to get the party started right?
I like that. That actually made me excited what he talks about. That he goes outside of convention and not your chin down and your chin up. And because there's something that I just thought about. I know everybody's always like, oh, put your chin down so you don't get hit. But you are way more, I heard this thing about your spine, that if you have your chin straight, your nervous system is way more reactive. Or that's what, something like that I remember, where you are way more, your voice, all your organs are way more stable and in fruition if your chin is actually straight, you know? And your hands up, that they have to be up all the time. I think that's smart actually, because you conserve energy. So I like him.
Logan, you hit the ceiling. You gotta hit the ceiling. Try to hit the ceiling. Reach. Nah, don't stop. Don't stop. Keep on. You said you were shaking. You said you can do this. That's right. You said I ain't gonna get tired. Okay. Now turn your body. Look at the difference. That little bit is all I need. That's how easy you got to punch. That's it. Boom. That's it. No big deal. Forget about trying to rip his head off right now. Development. You can rip the head off later. It's gonna come. Develop learning how to get from A to B. And once you get from A to B, then you fucking push everything behind.
That's the first time I hear this guy speak, Milton. He's recently, I know he has been the main coach for First Fight. Recently he's been like behind Shannon Briggs. I really like how without, I feel like an ego he speaks. He just wants to teach. He's just clear, come to the point. Logan, listen, you YouTube stuff, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I teach you boxing. Oh, there's a camera on me. I don't care. It's really authentic. That's what I like. See, I talk a lot about authenticity, inauthenticity, and that's beautiful. That's something beautiful.
This ain't no game, dog. We're knocked
That's ego speaking. That's ego speaking. You can hear it in Jake's voice. It's crazy. And I mean, Deji like the same, but like look at Jake, how hard he tries to be up. How hard someone tries. This is hard trying. This is someone who tries extremely hard to be loved, to be famous, to be in the known, to be talked about. And that's his whole career. He tries so hard. This guy needs a hug. I mean, not a hug, that's like, I'm sorry, I take that back. That was easy said. This time, he needs to watch his feelings. He needs to observe his feelings. That's what he needs. So I take that back with the hug, because that was a joke. If I really try to help you, I tell you, watch your feelings, because there's something inside of you that feels the need to get outside approval. Logan, same thing. Did you see? It was, I mean, I don't even have to explain that. Again, they think that trolling is a way that they have to be relevant. It's like this, I have to be relevant. Oh my God, this outside approval. They don't find the love and the happiness in themselves.
Dumb piece of shit. What are you gonna do when you lose? What are you gonna do? You know, I've got an idea. This is what you're gonna say once you lose. I've made a severe and continuous lapse of my judgment.
Oh, I didn't even know Shannon Briggs was already involved in the first fight. That's crazy. But here, it's ridiculous. Look at all this ego on stage. Look at all these YouTubers right now. Look at friends of Jake and like, what's friends of Logan? I don't know that. I forgot their names, but it's like all this ego on stage. And look at the people here cheering this ego straight. It's literally like a fest of like people who don't know who they are. He smiles, but you can't tell he doesn't smile inside. How people in the spotlight are so unconscious, in a way, shows what's playing in our society.
Alright, we just finished the press conference. Tensions are high. This is definitely going to be bigger than I think anyone expects. He goes for the low blows. He goes for the force. He goes for January. And rightfully so, I get it. It's time to keep my head up, keep moving forward, and focus on August. Go, baby, come on!
Yes, Sayer. It sounds like it. It sounds like it.
He's never taken an L. And for him to have all these W's in his corner, and then this L that just will not leave him alone, just one thing just will hit him, and that just makes him lash out.
Let's go! Hey man, sorry, not sorry. Oh, we call him the sniper.
I like that you showed that sparring. What the mom said. I like the mom a lot, you know? She cares a lot. She cares a lot, so.
Hi, Eddie. Headshot! Yeah!
This is that dumb shit, you know? If someone was behind that window and his friends, look at him laughing, and his little friend, his name's Evan too, like, you can tell he has problems too, like, I think he battles depression and all that, but they don't know that it comes from inside, where they just have to deal with their feelings and watch their feelings. They think outside things will make them happy. I saw him on like the Impulsive, and they were talking about, oh, I just need to find something that's me. No, you have to find yourself. And that, honestly, you can be the brokest person in the world. If you find yourself, if you work on those sanskaras, if you watch them, the energy will become clear and you have a complete flow through you, and you're unconditionally happy. You're unconditionally happy. That's beautiful. Not all, I don't say all the time, because you always grow, but a good amount of time you're unconditionally happy and you just let go, you know?
Somebody ordered this fucking window right the fuck down. Get the fuck out of it right now. I'm not fucking around. Okay, for sure, man. Definitely. Yo, shut up, Dad.
You know, when you get divorced and the kids are really young, which Jake and Logan were, and there was a lot of animosity from Greg, and he let the kids know that.
I don't know what happened in your life that you're this angry, but this is crazy. It's disrespectful, you fuck. You did the same thing in Japan. Don't do it. Oh, there it is.
You know, when Greg's frustrated, everybody else around him is frustrated because he does take it out on the people around him. I don't think he knows how to not do that. It's what Logan learned.
The fucking nerve you have. Holy shit.
Well, yeah, it is tough love. You know, listen, my boy.
Look at Evan, like the little kid laughing. It's like, this is people like feeling the pain and lashing out. This is what sanskaras will make. Like, it will hit something, like it hit something for Greg in that situation, and it hit something for Logan in that situation, and then it's sanskaras literally fighting, unconsciousness fighting with each other. But if they would just go to and like just feel it out, they will not hit you anymore, and you can like approach the situation with a beautiful flow of energy and be a calmness, you know, like where this doesn't have to happen. First off, you don't have to do this shit for views, you know, there's other ways. Look at Mr. Beast, you know, Mr. Beast, most of his videos are just like, he does 20 million trees now he wants to plant, and he gets like, this is beautiful, you know, that's a higher consciousness of vlogging. That's why he's successful, and I love that he's so successful, because it shows that the consciousness of people is getting higher, and the consciousness of people is getting higher. I watch a lot of YouTube videos and I see it in the comments. There's beautiful comments of conscious people. There's still a lot of dumb people. Maybe the majority is still really dumb. But yeah, let's listen to what he says.
Growing up, they'd whine about something, I'd say, get the fuck over it, welcome to life.
By the time they left my house, it was all back to calm.
What did he say?
Because my house was like...
The fucking nerve you have. Holy shit.
Can't watch this.
Well, yeah, it is tough love. You know, listen, my boys growing up, they'd whine about something, I'd say, get the fuck over it, welcome to life.
By the time they left my house...
Get the fuck over it, welcome to life. His parents might have said the same thing to him. There's a thing, yeah, get the fuck, but you don't get the fuck over it by suppressing it. You get the fuck over it by watching it and letting it flow through you, out of you. It wants to come out. This feeling wants to come out, but you press it down by distracting yourself with addictions, food, anything. And let me see how many percent do I have? 5%, okay. Distracting, food, whatever else, but you get, like, literally the feeling will disappear and you feel free. If you watch your feeling and you relax around it. But you become the watcher. If you're the watcher, who you really are. I'll give you an easy way. Who's the person, ask yourself, who's the person that watches this video now? who is this person that watching this video right now? Who's this person, I ask myself, who's watching the camera right now? And I'm immediately, there's no answer, there's no mental answer. People try to mentally always try to figure out. Logan mentally prepares for the press conference. How do I approach KSI? How do I make the audience love me? How do I make KSI angry? And same the other way maybe, you know? But if you take the mental aspects out of it, if you're just in the flow, if you just ask who's this person, you become the watcher, and then moment to moment, you know what's the right thing to do. Beautiful.
All back to calm, because my house was like that. There was no stress, no unhappiness, no fighting.
You know, everybody has their own idea of what's welcome to life.
By the time they left my house, it was all back to calm, because my house was like that. There was no stress, no unhappiness, no fighting.
You know, everybody has their own idea of what's affecting them or not affecting them. You know, like when they were with me, they would work. When they'd go to Pam's, it would be goof off and Wawa time. Okay, so what are we gonna do about you and I, where you're not mad at me anymore?
You could start by apologizing.
Well, I would have. You would have talked to me. If I would have known about it, I would have said sorry.
No, I know, but there's been like just a repetitiveness that is starting to worry me, dangerous to what Jake and I have built over the past 4 or 5 years.
I don't think it's fair that you are coming at me for what I didn't do yet.
No, that's not fair. That's not fair at all.
Logan, come on, you did some stupid shit.
2 stupid things, that's it. Other than that, it's only fucking wins. And guess what? I'm not doing stupid shit anymore from now on in the future. But I can guarantee Jake will continue to do stupid shit, as will you.
It's hard to say that conversation just now. Logan is, of course, he grew, of course, through that incident. And mind that whatever I say, please, I don't know these people. It is an opinion, okay? It comes from me, it flows through me. But Greg, of course, he wants to be together with the family. You know what? I really don't have an opinion on that. But I think Logan tries to, the outside situations, he tries to maneuver those, but he has to come inside and watch his feelings. I'm repeating it, but that's the thing, that's the key.
You got a new girlfriend now. What's up, babes? Let me show her a real man. Everyone has my back, and no one has yours. Besides your ludicrous mum and your disgusting delusional dad. How are you gonna make not 1, but 2 dumbass children?
Hey, if you want to ask about the
shut the fuck up.
Ask your mother. Ask your mother. Don't tell me.
I mean, like, even like people for KSI and like going and Logan and I hate you if you like Logan, I hate you if you like KSI. They like identified with that person. They don't even know that person. That person doesn't even know you, but you so identified. I'm talking about the audience now. It's weird because you put your identification and you put your emotions in it. It's just a boxing match. I'm not for Logan Paul nor KSI. I think KSI is gonna win based on his character, but I'm not invested in either or. But also what happened in London is not okay. All these, and I'm from Germany, I'm European. I know how it's tougher to grow up there. In a way, it's tougher. And those kids here in London, same as where I'm from, Frankfurt, this is tough out there, and they get violent because of stupid reasons, because of their culture, what they look up to, that they look up to gangsters, you know. and that's not okay. And what happened there is not okay. And I'm completely on Logan Paul's, their family's side when they say what happened in London with the people. It's not okay. You should welcome people from outside, you know, even if they, yeah, you don't have to like kiss them or be like, and if they acted kind of like, if you're still mad at what Logan did, but you don't have to answer with violence. Violence is not okay. See, that's unacceptable. What just happened was unacceptable. They hit the dad. That's not okay.
Remember back in the day when you taught me to live and I taught you to pray. We went in the battle together, no matter the weather, we never delayed. You gave me commands, I always obeyed. I never let you go astray. I never thought I'd see the day that you would come and just betray me. Bigger, I'm better, my mind is a weapon, I run up a ladder. You try to break me down and I'ma just get up. They ask me how I did it, I'ma just tell them I rose up. I'm a survivor. Fight for my life. Coming back stronger. I will rise. I'm a survivor.
That's I'm about to charge my laptop. That's a beautiful like collage right there. And I didn't remember actually him fighting in England. That's really cool. And then he openly runs through those streets. It's courageous too, because you never know what happens over there. But I love those shots from up there, and the music is really good. Let me see. I have 1%. Okay. And we're back with a fresh, charged computer. This is interesting. I want to know, I think this is really to get the shoulders, I don't know, to really like work. Maybe it's harder up than forward, but this is really interesting.
From afar, analyzing every scar, asking myself how we got here. Remember, this is who we are. I am not here for revenge. I did not come to make amends. Not here to repent for my sins. I just came here to win. I just came here to win.
I really like that he FaceTimed his girlfriend training, Chloe Bennett. That's really like using time management, you know. Ooh, get fucked up.
Time.
Yeah, that was like, damn, he got really like hit, huh? But good for you for going to the ring and fighting. He's been a beginner, so he's fighting against someone probably who's been fighting for years, you know? And the person who's fighting for years, he has some like composure to him, but like strong for fighting, strong dude.
Those fucking hurt. Okay. Ow. He's using your one down. He's using your punch on you. You're one down. Ow. One down. Look how it's hard. Punch first. Light that up. One down. You gotta go one down. Time, gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you.
It's hard, you know, it's contrast. It's like, man, you win, you lose some, but that made him like learn. He learned through it, you know. It's hard, it's tough. It's tough. It's crazy.
Yeah, I just got the shit kicked out of me. 7 days before the fight.
You didn't get the shit kicked.
Bro, there were a couple hits.
Bro, you weathered the storm.
Straight up, there were a couple hits, bro.
You weathered the storm.
Where I didn't know where I was for like a split second, and that's never.
See, I don't think that's a good idea. 7 days before the fight, that, I don't know, you shouldn't like, because he could have got knocked out. 7 days, that's not a big amount of time to recover, you know, from like something like that. So I don't think he should have, like, they should have cut it earlier before the dizziness get in and like work on some and then come back fresh.
I can take shots, bro. Like
You can take a fucking punch.
But like, I got hit so fucking hard, and then Jake was like, "Come on, keep fighting," and I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna get emotional." I was like, I've kept fighting before. Ooh. Weird, bro. I didn't think I'd cry right now. This whole year has been a fight. I definitely ain't gonna stop in the ring. Ooh.
This is beautiful. Like, this was authentic. You know, he let it really out. He felt it and he expressed it, and he watched it. He let it come up, and something escaped. You know, something like went out, and it made him a more flowing, a purer person. And then Jake hugging him, it was a beautiful moment. Oh, I actually want to see that again. I'm gonna see that again.
So fucking hard. And then Jake was like, "Come on, keep fighting," and I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna get emotional."
That makes me feel it, you know? That makes me feel it.
This whole year has been a fight.
Good dude, good dude.
I definitely ain't gonna stop in the ring. Ooh.
That's beautiful how he shows that, also that clip, you know? It helps a lot of people. And he meditates, I love that. That's cute. That's a cute shot too. Mwah. You know? You could tell they really loved each other. Or at least Logan loved her, like it looked like that. She probably loved him too, you know? But that was a good shot. See, you gotta think about what what the team does. Don't just watch without thinking, being conscious. What are they doing? How do they want me to picture them now, right? He put Logan and Chloe before kissing romantically, and then right after he showed KSI at the press conference with, or no, the weigh-in with the mask, you know? It's a good, like, to get emotions out of you, you know? It's good that they let him in the arena before, so he gets like a feeling of that. He probably sees the spaces and sees what's gonna happen, like so many people. That's cool. That's cool shots. Oh, that's amazing.
Welcome to the biggest event in history. Yeah, you're about to see a huge fight between KSI and Logan Paul.
Ooh, Jake's bleeding.
He's looking for the big punch to end this. Can he get it? The referee's going to set it for us. The towel has been thrown in. The towel has been thrown in by Deji's corner. And Jake Paul is your winner.
Logan said that in the room before he lost a lot of energy because all these people were around him and he hyped himself up, and that's a thing where you gotta understand, you gotta keep your own energy and go out there. He just already let it all out, you know, and he said that in a podcast. I think KSI was smarter about it, where he knew he had to relax and keep the energy.
Stand behind the lines. Oh, oh, oh. The battle between dark and light. Time for the great to die.
See, again, you gotta think, what are they trying to make you feel? We don't know what he's thinking about, but the camera makes you think that in those moments he was going through Suicide Forest, he was going through I don't like the word suicide forest. The forest is a forest. Through him getting beat up, him being emotional. That's what they want you to think. Now, what he really thought, we don't know. But it makes it more cinematic, what they showing. You gotta think, they want to get you, they want to entertain, they want to sell the fight.
Moment we've all been waiting for. Now coming to the ring from the United States, it's Logan, the Maverick Paul!
Again, great soundtrack to the pictures, amazing, the beat, the thrilling, the energy, beautiful slow motion, it's amazing, great. Amazing footage. An amazing cut together. Too cocky. He wouldn't have made the 7th round, and we all know it. He wouldn't have made the 7th round.
Listen to me, it's your fight. You got in his fucking head. You got in his fucking head. He's fucked. Yeah, you're good. Fuck the show, bro. Head already with the show. Listen, you won that round easy, 10-0.
Ah.
Logan, take it serious. Look up the 2. Back him up to the ropes.
He's getting tired. Oh, you're getting tired. There you go. Clinging. Now show also KSI beating you. Here we go. I'll be honest, I hope KSI is going to win the fight. There's something like... I don't know, I just hope he wins the fight. I said I'm not for a person, but that's obviously I am. And because I like what I've seen from KSI, JJ is like the humble. He's more humble than Logan is, you know? And that attracts me more than someone who's just like, and KSI is still so like composed. Also, he's the underdog, so maybe I'm rooting for the underdog too. Sorry, the second half of like the video now, I have a little bit OCD, so if this isn't that good, then sorry. Oh, he's unloading. You showing? Look what clips he showed. Hopefully, balances out with other clips of JJ in the end winning it. Damn. Yeah, he made it too one-sided. That's what I feel. He made it too much on his side with the shots.
I believe that might be a KSI win. His team believed that he got the win there. KSI finished the stronger, without a doubt, but it was a close fight. We might see the arena react well or badly within minutes now.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. Referee Gareth Morris scores it 58-57. He has it for KSI. Our next judge has it even at 57-57. And our third judge has it 57-57. It is a majority draw.
It's a draw.
Let's hear it for both fighters after 6 straight rounds of boxing. The Nightmare KSI Logan, the Maverick.
You know, the judges said one said 58-57 KSI, both others I think said 56-56. So one was leaning more KSI, that has nothing to say. It was a draw, but Logan saying like that he won, and JJ saying that he won. It was a draw.
This fight is a majority draw.
Well, wow.
Logan, earlier this year especially, a lot of people question your heart. There can be no question your heart right now. You stayed in there to the bitter end. You've had a hard training camp, Logan. What has it been like? Is there anyone you want to thank for all this time you put in?
As most of you know, the beginning of the year, I was at the lowest point in my life as a result of my own actions. And KSI, as much as I can talk shit and pretend like you're my enemy, brother, I do owe you a thank you. I do owe you a serious thank you. I shake your hand right now, brother, because I do owe you an actual thank you. You say you saved my career, and these past 6 months, you've allowed me to take a step back from the internet and once again realize who I am, because I was getting caught up in the internet bullshit and the vlogging, and I told myself at the beginning of the year that I was not going to let that become my legacy, and that I was going to not ask forgiveness, but earn a chance to be forgiven. Have I earned that? Not yet. yet. But it is the start of a new Logan Paul where every fucking day I craft a better version of myself. And KSI, for that I just want to thank you, brother. Rematch is going to be fun.
I love that he said thank you, but I also think, I don't know if it's true, that the announcer, I don't remember his name, I know he's a podcast guy from the UK, he asked probably the announcer, hey, I want to say something in the end, you know, which is okay, you know, he wants to like portray himself a certain way and he wants to express himself, which is totally valid. And I love that he said thank you to KSI, and KSI listened, and that was a beautiful moment, you know. The cinematic effect and showing Chloe and all, it's entertainment.
Gentlemen, KSI and Logan Paul.
That was a beautiful moment, you know?
I don't know if pushing yourself to the limit is healthy, because sometimes when you're at your limit, you break. Daily vlogging was the thing that made me become this, you know, exaggerated version of Logan Paul. Trying to come out of that routine of like the vlog character has been such a blessing for me, because it has forced me to evolve as a human in my personal life, because I can do that now. To be a Maverick and that symbol, the idea of being independent and using your differences to make you stand out and succeed is so true to me, and apparently it resonates with a lot of other people as well. But I think we're gonna do like a slight rebrand, and the idea of being independent and using your differences to make you stand out and succeed is so true to me, and apparently it resonates with a lot of other people as well. But I think we're gonna do like a slight and using your differences, because I can do that now. To be a Maverick and that symbol, the idea of being independent and using your differences to make you stand out and succeed is so true to me, and apparently it resonates with a lot of other people as well. But I think we're gonna do like a slight rebrand and stick some fuel back in the tank, because
to me, you're about to fight in one of the most watched fights in the calendar year.
Things just got real. They've turned pro, they've ditched the headgear. The rematch between these two superstars, now sponsored by Match from Boxing and Eddie Hearn.
When I first met Logan Paul, I was quite shocked. It was the size of him.
Dude,
by the way. I mean,
especially now.
I truly believe that in LA someone will get knocked out.
We're witnessing history right now. Y'all the ones that was here.
There is so much confidence that comes with actual skill. And I had a year and a half to actually learn how to box. Whose fucking idea was it to give me this much time to become an athlete?
Hayden Smith, Spencer, and Logan, great job on the documentary. Whose idea was it to give me so much time to become an athlete? Give you it as a confidence statement. Even though it could be a little bit self-bolstering, but Logan Paul is bigger than KSI. He is huge. He has a length advantage with his jab, and he has in certain things an advantage. I don't think he has the advantage in composure. I think KSI is more composed, and I think KSI is more risk-taking, and I will think KSI is more humble, and I think he's less in his head, and that's why he's going to win the fight. I'm excited because both are look really strong. because I think they have got amazing more skills over the year. It's going to be an exciting fight. I'm really excited to see it. So let's see November 9th what's going to happen.